Alright, guys, let's try it again. You guys in there? Anybody here? Oh, I'll give you guys a few seconds here, see if we can get some people back in here. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. Cool. Cool. I just went ahead and ran the short intro there so I wouldn't waste your guys' time anymore. You know, I don't even know what happened there. I went and looked at my my channel analytics there real quick, because it's like if something's getting blocked, it automatically sends it to my email. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there. And it seemed to be only people in Canada. Even if it just blocks it in a certain amount of countries, it'll tell me that. It's so cool. Well, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that was a little bit of a, yeah, and you know what happened, guys? On that intro, I actually, instead of just getting the audio from it, I actually recorded a video, and I had it playing behind what you guys were seeing. So that could have been what was causing all that. I don't know, but I don't typically do that. Usually it's just, you know, I don't usually have issues like that. I don't know what's going on with that. But with live streaming, it's a little different than posting a video, because sometimes if the algorithm or if whatever catches it, that was from a site that I don't usually go to get my music. It was actually from The Voice back in 2014. That was "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" by Adam Levine, and his contestant there made it to the finals back then, and they were singing together. So usually if I just play some stuff off of an album, it's fine. But that was a little different. So anyway, we're gonna move on. Okay, so, and we are 5 for 5, right, guys? Hey, Axe, what's up? Yeah, Axe, for real. Cell Block, Ontario. You weren't in here just a few minutes ago on my first stream, I don't think. I had to shut the stream down and retry it and reload it because the Canadian viewers couldn't see my screen. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So yeah, we are going to get in there. Oh, just to touch on something real quick too, guys. Axe hits on a really good point. They're having a really hard time up there, guys. It's bad. Okay, I don't usually talk about all that political stuff and everything that goes on with all that. Oh, was it? It was good for you, was it? I wonder what the heck then. I bet I was fine because I didn't see anything. I wonder if some people just needed to reload or something. Anyway, we're here anyway. But anyway, Watch with Wayne. I'm not sure if you guys know who he is. He's a fairly new YouTuber, yeah, but his channel was growing. He was doing a good job and everything. They completely killed his channel. And like took $1,400 that he was supposed to be getting paid. He wasn't going to get it. And it was just, it's a bad deal. But he's on Twitch, and he's still on YouTube, but I'm not sure if he can post to his channel. I know he's got other backup channels here on YouTube, but, you know, and here's the thing, you know, people, they're doing what they can do, right? But eventually it's not going to matter what platform you choose. Because it's, seriously, guys, I'm just being honest. It's all going to be the same. So I'm not even going to go into that kind of, yeah, his 24-hour chat. Yeah, for sure. He's got what he does, guys, Justin brings up a good thing there. What he does is he plays I think it's like looking at his studio, and he leaves the chat running. So that's what's going on with that. It's Watch with Wayne. You know, he was playing a lot of like live stream like webcams and stuff from around when stuff's going crazy. He was showing it and commentating on it, but they really hit him hard for that one at first, and he thought he could get around it by doing what he was doing, and obviously something else was going on. So I don't even know what to say on that end of it. So, but anyway, Ron's next video. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're probably talking about Ron Tyler, right? Earthquake stuff. Yeah, for sure. Go check him out. I know Mark Pires had problems tonight on the internet too. So, and I don't know if it's related to what we're getting ready to talk about. I wouldn't think it would be because we're just talking about X-ray hitting us right now. So let's just get into that real quick, okay? Before I go any further in that, I'm just going to show it to you first, okay? I'm trying to get better at that, showing people my thumbnail first, because that's usually what you guys are here to see, and I get it, okay? And that's really what I want to do. I know this particular live stream is kind of jacked up because of what just happened. So I do apologize for that. But yes, this was a sizable flare, and there was it looks to be a CME related because you can see the atmosphere or the corona of the sun get disrupted, and it looks, I'm not sure if it's coming right at us, but it's coming our direction, our general direction. It's right here. You're going to see this get bright. You're going to see it blow this you'll see it all just get disrupted. Boom. Now, the general direction here could be kind of off to the side, but the thing of it is, X-rays go out in all directions, so we've already felt the X-ray. That's how I knew we had a flare. It's right here. Okay? That happened, it happened right at the turn of the day. And this here, too, was kind of unexpected. You see all this inactivity? If you remember right, they were forecasting a geomagnetic storm. So that potential plasma filament that released off and shot out, it must have missed us completely because we did not go up at all unless I was noticing, I was on this site last night and this morning. It was like I would jump in here and anything to do with NOAA, sometimes their tools were loading up at different time frames. It was weird. I could see everything up to date real time, and I would back out of it and go back into it, and it would have me back in like 24 hours. It was really weird. So I don't know what was happening. They were probably just having, technical issues here on NOAA. But it wasn't just this site. It was actually the Space Weather Prediction site, NOAA. The whole site. Like if you scroll down here to the bottom, look at all that stuff they got. Okay? Anything that was, precursored with NOAA, it was having some issues. So I think it was probably just that site related because I didn't really see it affecting other sites. And at the same time, the magnometers went down here on GOES 16. But I'm not sure if it was that satellite or even the GOES system at all. It could have just been the NOAA site altogether. So that's my thought process. That was probably what it was. I don't know for sure. But anyway, to talk on the Schumann here real quick before we go back to that flare. I was talking about, before I had to delete that stream. Guys, listen, this is not a huge spike. And I have to say that it really bothers me, and like I said earlier, if anybody seen it a minute ago before I had to restart the stream, hey Trish, what's up? Hey Ricky, how you doing? Deanna, Sharon. But listen, I understand we have to, I don't want to call it embellish, but we have to kind of make our thumbnails interesting, okay? But you don't have to lie. Okay, you don't have to put something out there that's just so outrageously not what it is to get people to click on your video. Now, I put myself in the position of somebody cruising through YouTube, just scrolling through stuff. And when I'm making my thumbnail, so I can make the best thumbnail that I can that's appropriate, right? I don't want to be, when I'm cruising through there, I'm not going to stop on a video unless it grabs my attention, right? So that's why that stuff's important to do. So you do want to, make it eye-catching, okay? That's just what you want to do. So that's what I would, that's what I would hope that most other ones are doing out there. And unfortunately, and this particular thing I'm talking about right now with this Schumann thing is from somebody that I usually watch. And it really upset me the way that they were doing things. And I'm not going to go into who was doing all that. But, if you come to my channel and you see in my thumbnail, it says, huge Schumann spike. I've actually used those exact words. When you clicked on my video and I showed you the Schumann, what'd you see? About half the screen was completely white, didn't you? This is not a huge Schumann spike. It drives me nuts when I see stuff like that. Matter of fact, the Schumann right now is just really, really quiet. Now, they've been pulling some of the tools offline, too, back and forth around the world and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if they're just having technical issues at certain positions or whatever. I would assume that has something to do with it. But, listen, you can embellish your thumbnails or whatever you need to do, but just don't do it like that. Because, I mean, it's so close to just an outright lie, it might as well be. You know what I mean? And I hope people understand that. And I'm not trying to go at anybody. I just want people to quit doing that stuff. And like I said, I'll put my thumbnails out there, and they're on the high end of yeah, that's what it is, but, you don't want to push it any further because of that reason. I just want people to click. I'm never going to get any new viewers unless people, actually click on. If it doesn't grab their eye, they're not going to, they're not even going to know I'm here. So I try to make sure what I put in the thumbnail, I actually show you guys in my videos. But anyway, yeah, I've seen, as a matter of fact, Ricky, I was looking at the Jetstream stuff the other day because I got a couple emails and they were talking. I went over it already. I may do it again tonight. Hey, VW, what's up? They're talking about, storm pressure systems next to each other in the direction of their spin. And we know that the northern and southern hemisphere, they spin opposite directions, right? Well, what we have to understand is a low pressure, it all depends on the low and high pressure. And we may go into that here in a few minutes. So, yeah. Hey, Scott, what's up? Oh, excuse me. What's a crackin'? But anyway, guys. So, yeah, sorry I had to shut that stream down, guys. My Canadian viewers couldn't see it, so I had to restart it. So, but anyway, yeah, we got this this flare here, guys. And again, it's a C4. It's not like a huge one, but it's significant. You'll see it here in just a second. I'll show it to you on the purple because on the 211 because you can actually see it go through the corona here. And it most definitely is something we're going to have to keep an eye on, okay? I think we're going to see more. This is a very active area on the sun right now. These are those sunspots turning in right now. You can see them. Right now we have 6 of them facing Earth. Or on the Earth side. Or the Earth part of the sun. These over here are getting ready to rotate off. But, who the heck knows? The last time this one was over here and it blew off, it blew an X-flare. So, yeah. We'll just have to wait and see. But, yeah, you can see this right here. And it most definitely is disturbing the whole corona here. Now, I didn't really see any big shots of plasma, like concentrated balls flying off. But we may not see that very well because if it's coming right at us, the sun's the background. So you can't really see it all that well. Now you can see it good enough to know a general direction, but we'll take a look at seeds here in a minute too and see if they've updated their stuff yet. But here's this, it is, it's significant. It's not a huge one by no means. Okay, but it is. It's for real. That's something we've already been hit with the flare. We've already been hit with the X-rays from it. Okay, so yeah. But back to the weather thing, guys. I do want to touch on that because it does. I don't know why I keep getting emails about that stuff. It's not unusual to have two storm systems next to each other spin in the opposite direction. You want to know why? Because one's a low pressure and one's a high pressure. Low pressure systems spin towards the middle. It's getting drawn in. So because of centripetal force and other other forces, and our rotation and all that stuff comes into play. I'm not going to get too much into detail there. But a low pressure will spin counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Now, there are anomalies to that. Sometimes it happens. Okay? So we'll just call it that. So just know that ain't something that's crazy. But yeah. So what are we doing here? We got this is going on like Donkey Kong. But yeah, so you got this right here, the absorption prediction here. And what you're going to see here, guys, it's probably going to show the flare. I haven't looked at it, but it'll probably show up pretty well. There it is. That's the day side of the planet. That's why it's hitting right there. And again, guys, like I said, this stream is going to be really, really short. I don't have a whole lot of time here. I probably should not even be on here right now. I was hoping to be done, but I had to restart the stupid stream. So, just so everybody knows. I just wanted to bring that to you really pretty much, guys. I mean, you can see my my tabs up here. That's all I got pulled up. There's not much more to show you right now. But just know, guys, if you go back and watch my last live stream, and it was a long one because I wanted to touch on, what causes seasons, the axial tilt, Earth wobble, and all that stuff I talked about. There is a way to measure Earth tilt too. That doesn't cost anybody any money. You can wait till the solstice, go stick a stick in the yard, measure the shadow at noon, and subtract your latitude. That gives you Earth tilt. It is really that simple. But you have to wait. I'm sure there's ways to do it throughout the year. I have to dig into it a little bit more. But just that, if you do it on the solstice at high noon, you will definitely see that gives you a really close measurement, and anybody can do that. So there's not really no question on what the tilt is, because you don't have to rely on anybody but your own eyeballs and a stick and a shadow. Comes down to that. And so whatever it is, but as far as that goes, I plan on what I'm going to do, guys, is wait for the solstice to roll around, and I'll probably just do it live. So yeah, it's just going to be one of those real quick live streams. I'll go out there, I'll put a stick on level ground, measure the shadow, and move on, But I do, like I said, guys, I want to make sure everybody understands that's, if our actual tilt had tilted not down to 90 degrees, we would be seeing daylight for 3 months at a time. The sun wouldn't go down when it was in the summertime. And then on the other side, the sun would never come up. And then at the equinoxes, you would see, like spring and fall, you would see 12 hours exactly. So we got to understand that. I don't, like I said, I'm not speaking to any other observations or anything like that. But just for me, I can't, you can provably show that the Earth hasn't tilted to 90 degrees. And I know that is what it is, but that's just what it is. And if somebody can show me where my science is wrong, I would be more than happy to listen. But I don't think it is. It's the very reason we have seasons at all. Or 23 whatever degree tilt, 23.5 or 4 right now. And again, when I'm talking about tilt, I'm talking about tilt, not wobble. Wobble's different. Okay, and I explained that in my last live stream. So please go check that out at the end there if you want to know what the difference is between tilt and wobble. And it's just, we can't just, jump in there like that. And I can just, like I said, if I had done this like a month ago, I would have been able to do it at the summer solstice. I could have drove a stick in the yard, and I would have, because that's something you can do. It's that easy. You can really go do that. So yeah, I don't know where else to go with that, guys. But that is what it is. And like I said, guys, I'm not going at anybody or anything like that. It's not my intent. I just, people were asking me about it, and so I addressed it. And really the only reason why I even got much more into it was because when we had that eclipse, we had the midnight sun. So people were asking me about that, what's causing that and what's doing that. And then it just kind of dawned on me. And I don't know, I'm sure other people have talked about that before, but I had never heard anybody talk about, that before. And, the fact that those places on the earth that run their businesses off of the midnight sun or, 24 hours of darkness during certain, whatever hemisphere you're on, the fact that people run their businesses and those businesses and hotels are still doing that in those locations should tell you that the tilt hasn't, if it's moved, it hasn't moved that much. It's going to move anyway. It's in a natural movable cycle, but it doesn't move enough to really whatever. Now the wobble is what makes us have to change our North Star and Southern Star. It's the wobble around the axis. And I explain that because it's all about what it's in relation to. You spin a top on a table. If you're looking at the ceiling fan and it starts wobbling against that, then it's a relation to that. That's the wobble you're looking at. If you're looking from across the room, then you got a different perspective. Then it's from that wobble. So, it just, you have to understand those definitions and that, and I honestly had never even researched any of that until all that started happening. So yeah. So, with that, yeah, I can see that. Let's see here, but yeah, so yeah, like I said, I just can't. If I'm wrong on that, I really want somebody to tell me. But I went through and this is what floored me is there's like thousands. I'm not kidding. Thousands of videos explaining seasons. And why do we have seasons? Well, it's a direct result of our tilt. And I was trying to show everybody how much that a minute movement in any of that makes a big difference. That there's a reason why we're in what they call the Goldilocks zone. Everything has to play together to really keep us comfortable in where we're at. And when stuff starts getting out of that, what do? It's not going to take that. So I just I just have to keep going with all that. I don't know where else to go when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, guys. Okay, let me take a look at the chat real quick. Or tilt will come after time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, check out Terry's new channel, guys. He's doing some earthquake stuff. It's Feed the Sheep Earthquake Reports. He's a good guy over there trying to do the best he can, Him and Ron. And there's a lot of other people doing earthquake stuff too. Just check them all out. Check everybody out. So, yeah. Hey, Rampage. But I am going to have to get out of here, guys. My daughter is actually, yeah. So I got to bolt. So God bless you guys. Yahusha saves. And you can drink this Kool-Aid.